Welcome everyone. This is Covert Agent Joe, and here for another casting. And I have a very special guest, and I'll let him introduce himself.
This is Steven with Best Viking Squad. Oh god. That just felt like I just sat down on the phone, man. I said that all day at work today.
It's alright, man. Alright, today we have a matchup between the Teal Zerg as Fiestamaan and the Green Protoss. How do you think you say that name?
Ooh, what is that? Fiesta.
Oh, I've flipped.
Iamni.
Iamni.
Omni?
Yeah.
I'll just leave that Omni.
Omni. Alright, we're going to do Omni. We could be butchering it, but that is kind of typical. Courtesy of being in this cross positions, they will know where each other are really quick due to the Overlord. And other than that, it's kind of a... Ooh, he did do the extractor trick, so he already has 11 drones. That is something that I fail at pulling off all the time, so I am impressed when I see that happen.
Classic. Starting with a standard 9 build. Building gateway at 10, 11.
And a 10 pool from Fiestamaan, which usually means a little bit of early pressure. Because normally if you're going more economic, you want to go, say, 14, 15. And he does another extractor trick to get the extra drone going. He doesn't fool around with that. Nothing special going on, just kind of getting things going. Now, Fiestamaan, he could have that Overlord hanging around a little bit more, but he's going straight for the Expo, it looks like. Keep an eye on things over there. Now, for those who have never seen one of these maps, this is an MLG map, which does mean there are these supply depots hanging outside the ramp. The main reason for that is so that Protoss does not block in Zerg. I guess a lot of people were doing that for a while, and they created these maps specifically for that.
Huh, so that's why I was wondering about that.
Yeah, that's the main reason. You drop a basically you drop about any three buildings really, and you can block Zerg in completely. Or you could do it the classic way, just like we just had. Fiestamaan was going for the early Expo, but did get blocked. And the thing with that is now he's already up to 500 minerals and counting. This has got to be really frustrating. Oh, and he drops the probe to even further delay it.
Ooh. Looks like he's trying to go for 4 gate, the classic 4 gate build with the Protoss.
It looks like if we look in the Toss Bays, Bob there, our first zealot is always named Bob. It looks like he's blocking the probe from doing something. Oh, there he goes. I guess he was just hanging around. He did cancel that pylon pretty early. He could have let it sit for a little while, block the Expo a bit more, but finally the Expo is going. One thing that's key with Zerg is they really need to be one base ahead of everyone else, just due to the way the eggs and hatching works. And now, kind of due to lack of scouting, Fiestamaan's popping up some spine crawlers. That's kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing. You would want to wait till you have some form of scout, see some pressure coming, then want to throw it up. When it comes to Zerg, the later you can actually do buildings and units in general, the better.
How odd. Usually I thought they would build roaches by now for most Zerg players against Protoss.
It looks like he's going very economic build. He's trying to get things going, but you're right. He's already up to 400 minerals or so. He should be getting something going, possibly that roach, like you said. He does need to get gas going. All he's got is nothing but minerals at this point.
Protoss building, let's see, 2 gates out, 2 more on the way.
It looks like 3 gate and a robo, actually. So,
Oh, is that Robo?
will we see some
no.
immortal play? What are we going to see out of this? And 3 gate robo is kind of typical off of one base, because if you're keeping on your macro game, that's actually the kind of extent that you can push out units, is that 3 gate and 1 robo.
There it goes, moving his spine cars down.
Oh, they're so slow off a creep.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that placement, though. That last one should be a lot closer to where the ramp is. I have a feeling that if any fight occurs, that's going to be kind of pointless down there. You'd like to get it closer to that ramp where all the tosser tend to come in.
Definitely, he needs to build more tomb. Or, oh, there's a queen right there.
If we look at the units tab, we only have four Zerglings on the map, which is a good thing, and that's also why he's got 30 drones at the moment. He's going to shoot ahead in the economic game because of that. Like you mentioned before, though, not much tech going on. I don't see a Roach Warren going down or anything. All we're sitting with is that spawning pool and nothing else.
Looks like tank strike to a Colossus.
Oh yeah, the second that robo went down, he's got the robotics bay on the way. Which, if we don't get a scout from any overlords, that's going to be pretty rough if all he's got is Zerglings.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't scouted out at all. Let's see what he's seeing so far.
And Fiestamaan has decided he does not like that supply depot chilling in his area. At least it gives the queen something to do, I guess. Oh, we have a massive army on the toss side building up. Yeah, we're looking at 8 Zealots, 3 Stalkers, 2 Sentries, and he looks like he's thinking about going on the move. When you consider the 8 Zerglings versus 3 Queens, that's going to be a very rough battle for the Zerg side. Now, the one bonus is he does have some Zerglings at the Watchtower, which means he will see this coming and he should have some time to react. But he still doesn't have a Roach Warren or anything.
Oh, Protoss dropping his micro for his chrono boost. Has a chrono boost that Colossus out. Should have done that earlier.
Do we have any? Yep, we have one Colossus on the field, but he doesn't have the extended thermal lance. That's a big deal when it comes to those Colossus. Plus the fact when you get those Colossus, you really need to get a forge and get one upgrade, because that upgrade actually counts as essentially 4+, the way that the Colossus work. It really is decimating. Whoa, we got some weird feedback going on. I don't know what side that's happening. Up, and it's over. And here comes the push, and this is going to be very rough. All those Zealots against nothing but Zergs. Add in a Colossus.
And throwing the across the pile right there. Oh.
Very decent. Oh, those Zerglings are going to get hit so bad. And if you notice, that third Spine Crawler is not doing much. Very nice playing with the high ground, getting this Colossus out of the way, and all those Zerglings are gone. Oh, if he just pushes this, gets into the drone line, he'll do terrible damage on his back. He needs to be getting to that drone line. He's focusing too much on the outside stuff. And, whoa, a lot more Zerglings. 20 Zerglings on the board. That's going to make a big difference. That'll be enough to get rid of these Stalkers, but can they take care of this Colossus? This boss Colossus mode here, 24 kills already. Very nice playing of the high ground on there. Up to 25 kills. Oh, he needs to get that thermal lance going. He still doesn't have that going. That's going to make a huge difference on this. Whereas the Zerg is up going to 1-1 pretty soon. Oh, and that Colossus, 14 life. He should pull it back a while, let his shields regenerate. 34 kills,
wow.
Though. That's so killer. Oh, and that first Colossus goes down. I'll tell you something. If you look at the resources lost tab right now, you know, they're not that far apart, actually. And actually, the Toss is in worse shape. He's lost 500 more resources just because of how expensive his resources are. Oh, we got an Infestor Pit on the way, already built, so hopefully we'll have some Infestors pretty soon. He's just not doing pressure. He's sitting back with that Colossus. Finally, he's getting in. Oh! I thought he was going to go for the drones, but more Zerglings hatched again. Finally getting that Roach Warren that you mentioned earlier going. Is he finally going to get some action going on? Still, he's taking the queen. Finally, he's hitting some drones.
Nice. Oh, whoa. Pulling them off the mineral motors.
Yeah, that was a good move getting him off the mineral line, though. There's a point where you just got to do it or you're going to die.
Should be warping more units, man.
Yeah. Well, he's
Oh.
doing it pretty good. He's only got 200 minerals. He's keeping up with that very well.
Oh wow, now Colossus on the way. And he's expanding too at the moment too.
Ooh, here's the kicker, though. 11 roaches are coming out on the field very soon. He needs to be doing more damage to those mineral line. That second base just totally saturated at this point, and he hasn't even touched it. Is he doing anything in his own base? He's got 3 gateways going up. That's actually a good thing. He needs to make sure he's expanding. He does have a Twilight Council. He should be getting either charge lots or the blink going, depending on where he wants to go. And the roaches are in full force now. Now, after all is said and done, their resources lost is 50 minerals apart. That's it. Not enough pressure on those drones, because those drones at that second hatchery all day to do whatever they wanted.
Yeah, he had wasted opportunity right there. It was perfect with his 2 Colossus.
Oh yeah, those 2 Colossus, if they pushed in the drone line, they would have tore everything up. And he's just now getting his expansion on the TOS side going, which means he's got to be way behind when it comes to the resources. Yeah, income tab shows he's behind. It's all because he just didn't take the time to get into that drone line. He could have killed it. And the Zerg is heavily expanding. They're taking their 2nd and 3rd, including the gold. Ooh, Roach Warren up. Nice Warp Prism. Warp Prism drops are very nice on this map. Very short distance. You skip all of their defenses, drop in right in the middle of their main base. Here's one part that's going to make a big difference. Already, ground armor is going to be at level 2 pretty soon. Missiles research is already up. I think upgrades alone are going to make a huge difference on this.
Has Portos upgraded yet? Oh, nope.
He's got a forge, but he hasn't done anything with it yet. And another thing that I think hurt him is not getting that extended thermal lance. You get Colossus, get that thermal lance. It's so worth it. Pays for itself so quickly.
You have to get it, otherwise Colossus is pretty much useless. It has to get too close for the battles.
Oh, 8 Infestors being trained at the moment. That's going to be some fun. I love me some Infestor play. Except for when I'm playing against it. Not much action. Both teams just kind of trying to build up. I don't believe the Protoss realizes they've got a party right on their doorstep with, wow, 20 roaches sitting there and just waiting to come in there. And just those 20 roaches alone might be enough to take care of that group of Protoss army right there. And looks like he's moving in. And he's going to protect. Really nice concave. Just about every one of the Zerg units are fighting.
The upgrade's really crucial, man, in this battle.
Yeah, the upgrades are showing right here. He is just wasting everything.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a huge example of how good upgrades can be. Nice sentry placement with those force fields. Little too late. I would have liked to see him a little bit sooner. And oh, look at those burrow infestors coming in. Oh, and the green goo of the infested Terrans all over the place. That is absolutely crazy. Nothing's going to survive that. And the GG is called. So in the end, I really think the big difference was those Colossus didn't push when they had the chance, and he really never recovered from that because he didn't expand fast enough where the Zerg was expanding all over the place.
Those upgrades were very crucial, man.
Yeah, upgrades were a big deal. So, how did it feel your first attempt at casting?
Horrible, man. So nervous.
It's all good, man. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh.
Alright, so this is Covert Agent Joe, and also?
This is Steven, fam.
And that was a casting of Week 1, Game 1 between Fiestamaan and Iamni. I swear I tore that up again. But we'll come back to you at another time, and that is it.